Previously on Gold Paladin discussion. They need better striders or G units. You have a better chance by going back to playing Legion format Bluish Flames and watch as you get wrecked by G guards. Calling from the hand, just to fulfill the Unite condition defeats the purpose of the clan's specialty, making it feel like you're paying a cost twice for one ability. If they don't get better countercharging, Gold Paladins may need more units like Canarius, or improve Falcon, that don't use counterblast to superior call. In conclusion, you're better off playing Gear Paladins instead of this clan. Welcome to a video discussing what Gold Paladin needs to become competitive, part 2. My previous video assumed that the new series would continue to support the G-Zone like how every Yu-Gi-Oh series tries to put a new coat of paint onto the card and sell it as a fucking new summon mechanic. Instead, we got a reboot of the anime as well as a soft reset in the card game, meaning that stuff like Legion and G units never existed. Damn it, Berry. Before you put your Gold Paladin cards in the trash where they belong, like lighting our darkest hour, Bushiroad confirms that Korin will be using Ezel in the V series and maybe even Takuto, assuming we continue to follow the manga storyline. It is also confirmed that Gold Paladins will be getting Axel as their imaginary gift markers, making it diverse and different than its other Paladin clan counterparts. Here are some of my views on what Gold Paladin needs to become not only competitive, but to become less of a joke. Number 1. Gold Paladins need their playstyle be made easier. Gold Paladins are known to be the clan that stole Neonectar's original playstyle of relying on RNG to get quick field advantage. Unfortunately, most of the units they got during the G series had their superior call abilities GB restricted, meaning you had to wait until your stride turn to start spamming the field, unless you call units from your hand that are mostly on-place abilities, thus defeating the purpose of getting easy field advantage. There's units that weren't GB restricted, but they needed their attack or boosted unit to hit, thus becoming more useless pieces of shit when your opponent has the highly advanced ability of reading your fucking cards and guards them every fucking time. It doesn't help that the power and shield value on units have increased, making it harder for an attack to land, and when they do hit, your opponent has also the chance to get a trigger on damage, thus making it harder for the newly called unit to attack. Since we've moved out of the G era, GB restrictions and Unite conditions are no longer a concern for future support. On-hit superior call abilities should not be how the deck generates pressure, it should be how easy it is to gain a field presence without much effort. Having access to early game superior call abilities would make their playstyle more reliable. A Holy Mage P-While clone without GB restrictions could give the clan the edge it needs for standard format. With Bushiroad having little to no regard in balancing newer cards with premium format, P-While clones or maybe even a new version of Player of the Holy Bovivian that no longer needs to hit to call a unit could very well be a big possibility, considering it has great applications for Axel imaginary gifts. Bushiroad could even take it one step further and remove the RNG calling stigma the clan got and give them a more consistent way to call out units like Great Silver Wolf Garmor once did. Or, Bushiroad could change the way Gold Paladins are played entirely, which brings us to number 2. Gold Paladins need another mechanic besides random superior calls. The gimmick they gave Gold Paladins during the G era was guarding from the deck as well as intercepting with your back row rear guards. Needless to say, all your opponent had to do was fuck up your field and you'd be as open and vulnerable as dropping the soap in a prison's shower. Guarding from the deck seems sound at first, until you realize you're lowering your chances of getting triggers on your drive or damage checks if you choose to guard with them. It doesn't help that the cost or condition to perform these actions also eat up resources you need to mount an attack. And the sentinels that were released along each iteration of Go Get Good has the most terrible card synergy in the game despite being in the same booster sets. It's like the designers thought making Gurgit actually good would break the game. Isn't that right, Deluge, Rin, and Heritage? Thanks to the reboot, we can finally stray away from this mechanic and get something more decent. Being an Axel clan means Gold Paladins will be more aggressive. The ability to retire opponent's rear guard is a welcome addition. They haven't gotten anything similar since the Blaster Spirit forms and Blaster Blade Liberator himself. Ezel's archetype originally focused around powering up himself and one other unit, while the rear guards did all the heavy superior calls. I believe this strategy will be the same for the new V-Series cards. one of each clan per V series booster sets, have been getting battle door fighter clones recently. Gold Paladins would fit this playstyle, due to previously having units with similar abilities. Remember that I said that a P-Wild clone could break Gold Paladins in premium format? It's because there was an old unit in the clan that could take advantage of it, like your mother discovering your Facebook account. In fact, it may be the very reason why G-era Gold Paladins never got more than one battle phase superior caller unit outside of on-hit abilities or the G-unit attacking. And that unit was White Hair in the Moon's Shadow, Pellinor. Pellinor has the unique ability of being able to jump to the vanguard circle when it was called from the deck to rear guard, thus becoming a clutch standing vanguard. I even made an old video that abuses Pellinor by using Frozen Ogre, back when clan fight regulations didn't exist. Links to the deck are on the upper right corner. Pellinor could come back with similar abilities, but with a bit more restrictions like what they did with Great Dayusha, thus giving the clanner a standing mechanic. In conclusion, Bushiroad will probably mess this up again, because the clan isn't being used by the main character or the villain of the season, as well as being used by a female character. Click on the link on the upper right corner to find out why I say this. But if I had to sum up the entire video, Gold Paladin should get cards that focus around battle phase superior calls to take advantage of the Axel zones, while Ezel will be in charge of power buffs. And that concludes this Gold Paladin discussion video. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments how Get Good never got good. Until then, embrace the bullshit.